Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back here. It is Monday, June 14th. It is the Early Bird Betting Show here, presented by the Coda Sports Gambling Network. Of course, like every single day, I'm going to get it wrong here, Kyle. Comdog is back here. Comdog, there we go. Kommdog. Every time I hop on, I'm like, all right, I have it. And then we start, and it's just poof, it's all gone. But we're back here. Kommdog on Twitter. You can find him. He is one of the hosts of the Gambling Feud podcast, of course, presented by the Coda Sports Gambling Network. But Kyle, we are back another week. It's June 14th. I can't believe already. And how are we doing? How was the weekend?
Not too bad. I had a pretty good day yesterday on the bets. Actually went 7-3, so can't really complain about that. So I'm hoping to keep this hot streak going. Unfortunately, my mortal lock with the Phoenix Mercury did not hit. They couldn't pull it off against the Dallas Wings, which was pretty disappointing. They not only didn't pull it off, they got smoked by the Dallas Wings. So that was pretty upsetting. So we're gonna run it back here. I can feel it.
Absolutely, just another great day to have a great day, like Kyle always says. So here we go again, starting in the NBA. Kyle, I know you were watching the Nuggets and Suns game last night, and we're on Twitter, and we are chatting in the gambling chat that we all have going here at the network, and just let the people know what were your thoughts on that Jokic flagrant 2 there.
So my opinion on that, and I know me and B-Russ and Soup and you and actually pretty much everyone at the chat of the network except like DJ and all the new guys, stuff like that, we're all talking about it. I didn't think that was a flagrant 2, and here's my opinion on it. So Jokic, obviously, for one, was stupid to do that. He let his frustration get the best of him, and there was no reason he should have even done that. But in my opinion, he was making a play on the ball. Now, he did swipe Payne in the face, and he did follow through, but he followed through on the ball. So he did make incidental contact, which to me is a flagrant 1. So the fact that they called a flagrant 2, and in my opinion, he was making a clear play on the ball, I've seen so much worse get called flagrant 1s or a common foul, and that's a flagrant 2 to the MVP of the league. Like that's pretty ridiculous in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm kind of right there with you. I was kind of on the fence, but I really didn't think it deserved a flagrant 2. Obviously, the windup didn't make it like any better for Jokic, but I still think that there was maybe a little flopping by Cameron Payne, but I still think it was a basketball move, and that's really the difference between flagrant 1 and flagrant 2, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think everyone at the network is on the same page except B-Russ. B-Russ thought it was a flagrant 2. So he was the one that pretty much got the argument started and stuff like that. But like I said, to each their own. Each people see it differently and stuff. But to me, it was a basketball play, and he was making a play on the basketball.
Absolutely. And you're a basketball coach, Kyle.
Yeah. So I'm not giving myself like major credibility here, but I just from my experiences, to me, he was making a play on the basketball.
Yep, absolutely. Well, it wasn't enough. Obviously, the Joker gets tossed out there in the third quarter, and the Suns go ahead and cover -3. And the over also hits there, 125-118. Suns now 4-0. They're playing very, very, very well. CP3 looks like the 25-year-old CP3 with the Hornets. So, and that's a cool story too, there, Kyle. CP3 and Monte Williams were with each other in Charlotte when the Hornets were a thing. So that's kind of cool too.
Yeah, he's not showing his age at all. He's playing really, really well, and it's fun watching CP3 like that. He made like 3 like pull-up mid-range jumpers in a row. That was awesome. Unfortunately, now my team and the Coda Sports Network team that we're rooting for, my team is now out, so I'm the first one eliminated from the contest.
That you are there, Kyle. So RP to Kyle, as he will not be in the running for the prize. But hey, what do you do? We just move on, right, Kyle? So there we go. I keep telling people that CP3 needs to come to the Wolves next. I think his contract is up after this year with the Suns. Come to the Wolves. They have a young team similar to the Phoenix Suns. Obviously, Suns are a lot more talented, but the Wolves do have some younger talent as well, and he can help this team maybe get to the playoffs. And that's what I'm hoping for, Kyle.
Yeah, man, you can only hope.
You can only hope, exactly. The other game last night, or yesterday, I should say, yesterday afternoon, the Nets lost to the Bucks 107-96 there. And that series is tied up 2 apiece there. Kyrie Irving did exit the game there with an ankle injury, so I believe he's not going to play in the next game, but we'll keep everybody updated on that. They could have Irving and James Harden out. That's a big loss there for that Brooklyn Nets team. But tonight here, Kyle, we have Philadelphia leading this series 2-1. The 76ers lead the Atlanta Hawks 2-1, I should say. The 76ers -3 225.5 is the total. I know Joel Embiid is questionable. You just have to think he's going to play here. But I think that's why this line is as low as it is for the 76ers. But that's the first game here this evening. And then, of course, the Jazz and the Clippers. Utah leads 2-1. The Clippers got it done last game, and now we have the Clippers -5, over-under 223.5. So, Kyle, out of those two games, what do you like here?
This might sound pretty basic, but I like the favorites here. I really, really like Philadelphia to pull it off against Atlanta. Philadelphia's just been crazy so far this playoffs. Embiid and the guys on the 76ers, they feed off of Embiid. So when Embiid plays and he plays well, which last game I think he had like 27, 28 points or so, like the 76ers just feed off of that. So I think he's probably going to play. I'm just going to say that now. I would be surprised if he didn't play. But I really like the 76ers here. I also like the over 225.5. I think that both these teams have been scoring at pretty large margins this series so far. So I like the over 225. And then in this Clippers-Jazz game, I said it really, really earlier a couple of weeks ago. I think the Clippers are going to start gaining a little momentum here. I don't think they're going to be as cold as they have been, Kawhi and Paul George and guys like that. So I like the Clippers -5 here. I think they can pull it off. So those would be my 3 plays for the NBA.
All right. Sounds good. I'm also on, I like the 76ers here too. -3. I got them actually at -3.5 this morning. Heck, might double down and get them at -3, -2.5 if that drops anymore. But I like the 76ers here, Kyle. Just some updates here. The favorites in the NBA playoffs so far, 40-23. Road favorites, 12-4. Moneyline favorites, 48-15 straight up. The overs, 33-29-2. The Suns, Nets, and Jazz only have 2 losses against the spread. Those are the most profitable teams. So I'm going to roll with the 76ers here as your road favorite here, and I hope to that cashes. And then, of course, I like the Jazz here, Kyle. +5. Of course, I have to be rooting for the Jazz, right? I got them in the Coda Cappers NBA random draw pool that we're doing. So I'm going with the Jazz here. 21-15 on the road. The Clippers, though, 26-10 at home. That does obviously bother me a little bit, but 5 points is a lot of points for a Jazz team that is very solid. And I think they can go on the road. Donovan Mitchell, 26-4-5. That's what he's been averaging here so far this playoff, so not bad at all. I think the Jazz can get it done, cover that number. I'm not saying they're going to win. I just think they can cover that number as well. I might throw in a prop bet here, too, for the first game, Kyle. I like Seth Curry over 18.5 PRAs as well. So he's been scoring, in the low teens here, and get a couple rebounds, couple assists, and boom, that can cash pretty easily. So I'm gonna take 76ers, the Jazz, and over 18.5 PRAs for Seth Curry. Those are my plays there.
I like that. I like that prop bet a lot.
Yeah, I think I did cash with one prop bet early with Seth Curry. Kind of went away from it, but I'm back on the prop bets now here, Kyle.
That's right.
All right, so here we go. After some NHL, obviously everything was kind of getting wrapped up there, and we last show on Friday we didn't have anything NHL to talk about, but yesterday the Islanders get it done against the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Islanders just rolling. They were underdogs as well, and tonight now, Kyle, we have the Montreal Canadiens +260. I'm seeing here over under 5.5. Are you putting your money on Montreal here tonight, Kyle?
So I have 2 plays for this. I have 2 plays for this game. One play is the smart move, and one play is kind of the value move. So the smart move in this game is the under 5.5. And the reason why I think that's the play is we got Carey Price going against Marc-Andre Fleury, who have been absolutely sensational in the playoffs. Golden Knights didn't start Marc-Andre Fleury game 1. They give up 7 goals. They start Marc-Andre Fleury. Now the Avalanche kind of collapsed after that. And same with the Canadiens. With Carey Price, has just been amazing this postseason. So I just don't think there's gonna be a lot of goals scored this game. So my absolute lock for this game is the under 5.5. Okay, but a value move is the Canadiens at +230 is what I got them on my sports book as, and just throwing just a unit on the Canadiens have surprised a lot of people. Now, mind you, Vegas in the postseason in Vegas, really, really good. I will not deny that, but you got to have a little bit of value on how the Canadiens have been doing this postseason too. So I think the lock is under 5.5, but the value pick is Canadiens money line.
All right, I like it. Are you worried a bit that Montreal, maybe their luck will run out here, Kyle?
There's been some teams in the NHL playoffs before that have been like a low seed like Montreal, and have ended up winning the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, so this is true. Yeah, the Kings and the Blues too.
Yep. So in a way, yes. But at the same time, too, I can see them being one of them Cinderella teams, too. Just with, like I said, Carey Price has been phenomenal. If he keeps it up, I think the Canadians can beat the Golden Knights. So
Absolutely.
I'm going to say that the Canadians plus 230 is a value move.
All right. I like it. The Canadians 11, 10, and 7 on the road, while the Vegas Golden Knights 21, 5, and 2. So pretty impressive home record there. They play well, like Kyle said, in Vegas. But I'm also right there with you. I'm going to take the Canadians. I got them at plus 260 here this morning, so I like that. Like you said, it's dropped now down to, I believe, plus 220 I see now even. I'm going to put 2 units on them, Kyle. And I don't know. I just think that's a big number, especially for a Montreal Canadiens team they're hot right now. They are hot right now. They're dominating. And I know Vegas Golden Knights just came off that impressive win against the Colorado Avalanche. But did they leave it all in last series? Did they leave it all on the ice last series? I guess we'll see. So I'm rolling with the Canadians too.
Yeah, that's a really big margin for a Western Conference Finals game. I mean, that's a huge margin. So
absolutely. So there we go. Both Kyle and I don't know if that's a good sign, but we are both on the Canadians here tonight. And Kyle, his lock, of course, is under 5.5. And I believe the underdogs puck line too this playoff season plus 63% of the time it's hitting. So maybe check that out if you're worried about the big margin there for the Canadians. So there we go.
There we go.
All right, in the MLB, of course, we have almost everybody back on the diamond here, as we'll start with Kyle's squad here. The Cubs getting that 2-0 victory last night against the Phillies, was it?
Cardinals.
Cardinals. There we go. So got the 2-0 victory there as they head on the road now at 6 p.m. Central Time. The Cubs will take on the Mets. The Mets minus 115. David Peterson 1-5, 6.32 ERA. Going for the Mets, and Jake Arrieta for the Cubs. The over-under here is at 9. Then at 6:05 Central Time, we have the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Washington Nationals. The Nationals minus 123. Over-under here is at 9. Then at 6:10 p.m. Central, the Orioles taking on the Indians. No line out here yet, as Baltimore is still waiting to decide who is going to take on the Indians. The Baltimore Orioles 11-21 on the road. Cleveland Indians 16-13. At home. I'll have a play on this once this game is decided, but I will be tweeting that out at Coda Capper Pace and at the Coda Cappers on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Then at 6:10, also here, Kyle, we have the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox minus 130, over under is at 9. We'll go through one more game here as the Cincinnati Reds take on the Milwaukee Brewers. The Brewers minus 135, and the over under is at 9. So Kyle, out of those couple games there, what do you like here?
Okay, so I have to stress when I say this, I'm not saying this because I am a Cubs fan. I have to stress that. But David Peterson has been terrible this year. So the fact that the Cubs are underdogs for this game makes me see a lot of value in the fact that they're favoring David Peterson. So I really like the Cubs money line. I think they can pull it off against David Peterson. And also going to another game, a value move for a favorite is Boston at minus 130 with Nathan Eovaldi on the mound. I think he's been really solid this summer. Now, the Blue Jays have been unreal. They hit for 18 runs yesterday and have been on an absolute tear, but Nathan Eovaldi's been one of the best so far in the AL as far as pitching goes. So I like him and the Blue Jays here against the Blue Jays here. So I like the Cubs money line and the Red Sox money line for these first 5 games.
All right. I like it. My plays here for the first 5 games is, like I said, I will have a play on that Indians-Orioles game, so one of my plays will be that. Then I'd like the under 9.5 in this Toronto Red Sox game here, Boston Red Sox. Like Kyle said, Nathan Eovaldi, 7-3, 4.11 ERA. And for Toronto is that Alek Manoah is going. He's 1-0 with a 3.14 ERA. So I'm going to roll with the under here. Might be a little rainy in Fenway Park here tonight. So check that out as well. 67 degrees and some rain in the forecast. So I'm going to roll with the under there, 9.5. And then this Cubs game, I'm going to take the Cubs over 4.5 runs. I know they only scored 2 runs last night, but prior to that, the Cubs have scored 7. They've scored 8, 3, 7, 4, 4, and 8 there as well. So I think the Cubs are playing pretty well offensively lately. So I'm going to roll with over 4.5 runs and see if we can cash with that one. So I believe that is my, that is my 2 play. Well, it'll be 3 plays once the Orioles decide a pitcher in those first 5 games there. So at 7:10 Central Time, we have the little AL Central matchup here as the Detroit Tigers taking on the Kansas City Royals. The Royals minus 140, over under 9.5. Then you have the Tampa Bay Rays taking on the Chicago White Sox. Tampa Bay on the road, they are the favorites here, -111. Over-under is at 7. Then at 7:15 Central Time, you have the Miami Marlins taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals, biggest favorite of the day, I believe, here today, -180. Over-under is at 8.5. Then at 7:40 Central Time, you have the Padres taking on the Rockies. The Padres on the road, -145. The over-under here is at 11.5. Then let's see. Yeah, we can leave the Angels Athletics. That's at 8:40. So Kyle, out of those 4 games, what do you like there?
I absolutely love a no-run first inning in this Rays White Sox game.
Okay.
You got Tyler Glasnow on the mound for the Rays. You have Lance Lynn on the mound for the White Sox. Both those pitchers under 3 ERA. Glasnow's almost below 250. He has a 2.57 ERA. Lance Lynn is a 1.23 ERA. I mean, this is going to be a pitching just battle. So I love a no-run first inning in that game. I can get it at -145 in my sports book. So I love that play there. And the Cardinals are the biggest favorite in the MLB with Adam Wainwright on the mound. I don't get that at all. Now, mind you, the Marlins are starting Braxton Garrett, who's been really, really bad so far. But the biggest favorite with Wainwright makes me question it. So just a basic value move. I like the Marlins money line.
Okay.
It's risky because, like I said, this Braxton Garrett's not good. But Wainwright, just as a big favorite, makes me question a lot. So I like the Marlins money line here. And the last play I like is the Padres -145 against the Rockies on the road. I think that's pretty low, especially for how bad the Rockies have been so far this year, 25-41, and the Padres have been playing well. So I like the Padres money line -145. So my 3 plays are a no-run first inning in the Rays White Sox game, Marlins money line, and Padres money line.
All right. I like it. There's Kyle's plays there. Again, you can follow him on Twitter at KOMMDOG, of course, on Twitter for his best bets of the day here for Monday, June 14th. Again, thank you for watching, all that jazz. Subscribe, comment. Let us know what you're rolling with here today for Monday, June 14th, and let's discuss some bets. So there's Kyle's bets for that time slot. I have a few plays here, Kyle, of course, in these Detroit Tigers Kansas City Royals game. I'm going to take under 9.5 runs. Matthew Boyd, 3-6, not great this season, 3.56 ERA, but then Brad Keller, 6-5 with a 5.75 ERA. I thought, the over seems like the play here with 2 struggling pitchers, but I'm going to reverse that. I can get some plus money here on the under 9.5, and hopefully that cash as well. These two teams haven't been great offensively as of late, so I'm going to go with the under 9.5. And then I'm going to go with roll with the Chicago White Sox at home, underdogs. Lance Lynn on the mound, 7-1, a 1.23 ERA. I know Tyler Glasnow has been great, 5-2, 2.57, but I'm going to roll with Lance Lynn, one of the best pitchers in baseball, currently just 1 loss on his record. At home, the White Sox are 25-11. If I can get them at plus money, I guess it's almost even money, dang near. I'm going to roll with the White Sox here at home at 7-10. Then my other play here, Kyle, I know you said you like the Padres. I'm going to roll with the Rockies here. Get them at a little plus money here. They're not bad at home, 20-14 compared to what? I think they have 6 wins on the road, so obviously they play much, much better at home. So I'm going to take a little value play here and see what we can get here at plus 145, and hopefully that cashes there. So those are my 3 plays in this time slot.
I like it.
There we go. All right, Kyle, with 4 games left on the board here, we have the Angels at the A's. Athletics are -145. The over-under here at 8.5. Then you have the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the San Francisco Giants. The Giants -180. Over-under here is at 8. Then you have the Minnesota Twins headed on the road to take on the Seattle Mariners. Minnesota -135. The over-under is at 8. And our final game here tonight is the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers -160. Over-under is at 9.5. So, Kyle, out of those 4, what do you like here?
Really, really like the A's here with Sean Mania on the mound. I always seem to find my way to bet them whenever he's on the mound. He's been really, really solid with a 5-2 record of 3.09 ERA. So I really, really like the money line. In this Giants-Diamondbacks game, I really, really like Giants run line here. I can get that at plus 115 in my sports book. Alex Wood's on the mound. Again, another really, really solid season so far. He's on a little bit of a rough patch right now, but I think to bounce back here, this Diamondbacks lineup is the perfect lineup for him to do that. So I really, really like the Dodgers or the Giants, run line. And then this last game, this Phillies and Dodgers game, I like the Dodgers money line. They got this Tony Gonsolin on the mound. It's only his second start of the season. He struggled his first time against the Pirates, mostly with his control and stuff like that. But I think he's gonna run it back here against the Phillies. So I like A's money line, Giants money line, Dodgers money line. Pretty heavy favorites, but I think those are smart moves for these games.
Absolutely, and all three teams though they're Kyle pretty good at home too. So I like those plays as well there. So awesome. I also like the Giants run line as well. The Diamondbacks 9-27 on the road. The Giants can get that a little plus money. 18-9 at home. So I like the run line there. Alex Wood 5-3, 3.79 ERA. Hasn't been terrible at all this season. Going against Matt Peacock for Arizona, 2-3, a 5.24 ERA. Then I like the over in this Twins-Mariners game. I think there's going to be some runs scored here. The Minnesota Twins, I believe, are the most profitable baseball team this season with the over there. And then the Mariners have been scoring a fair amount of runs too this season lately. So I'm going to roll with the over 8 runs here. I thought that was a little low. Kenta Maeda 2-2, 5.27 ERA going for the Twins against Marco Gonzalez for Seattle. 1-4, a 5.45 ERA. So I'm going to take the over in that one. And then, let's see, what was my other play here? I like the, let's see. Yes, I'm rolling with the Phillies run line as well. Like you said, Gonsolin hasn't been great against the Pirates there in his lone start or his one game there. Struggled with his control, like Kyle said, 5.4 ERA. Against Spencer Howard, 0-1, 4.61 ERA. The Dodgers, 21-11 at home. The Phillies, just 11-19. But I think there's some value there with the Phillies run line and keep this one close. And we'll see, maybe edge out a win here tonight against Mr. Tony. So we'll see what happens there. So there we go. There's our plays, Kyle, for the MLB today.
Yes.
All right. No, of course, WNBA, my favorite sport. That'll start up on Tuesday. So we'll be back here tomorrow to give you our plays. I believe there's 4 games there tomorrow. So, Kyle, anything else you want to add before you wrap it up here?
No, I don't believe so.
All right. Sounds good. Again, thank you, everybody, for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. Follow us on Twitter at Coda Cappers. And, of course, we have daily pick articles as well. I'm working on a blog. The top 5 players left in the NBA playoffs. That would be fun to party with. I think that's my blog I'm going to write here today. So a little something different than our free pick articles. But I don't know. For some reason, it came in my head last night. So I'm working on that today. And we got some soccer stuff out there as well. And so, again, just check that out, codasportscappers.com. And don't forget to check out Kyle's podcast, of course, coming out, episode 19 on Wednesday. You want to give us a little teaser at all, Kyle, there?
Got some new segments coming at you, Pace. Right. Me and DJ are gonna. I haven't been talking as much sports as we probably want to, so we're gonna add a few segments where we're talking a little sports and so on and so forth. DJ's got a good guest picker coming on here, and we're excited for that. And it's gonna be fun. We're just trying to improve it all the time. And one thing that people seem to like is they love the mic drop, so they like us just debating and so on and so forth. So we're gonna do. Not really debating, but just do a lot more sports talk and a lot more sports gambling talk as well. So we're going to kind of cut some segments and add some new ones just to kind of improve the podcast. So it's going to be a brand new, fresh episode coming up.
Absolutely. Episode 19, you can find that on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and, of course, Google Play. Kyle and his cousin, I almost said brother, and his cousin, DJ there. So, again, you can follow them on Twitter at Feud Gambling for their podcast. That'll drop on Wednesday, and we'll see everybody tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Let's catch these bets.
Let's have a day.